Hello, hello, be a star. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've never met me, my name is Connie Welcher, and I am the top line manager of the Be a Star Tupperware unit. And thank you so much for joining us. I decided to come live today. I know I didn't give you guys any kind of a notice, but I did get this question from several consultants this last week. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody got the information and training on this topic. And so today I'm going to show you how to place an order and what the differences are between the three order types. I'm sorry, I just got something just kind of fell into my eye, so now it's irritating my eye. Okay, so in your back office, there are three different order types that you can manually process through your back office or your J6 myoffice.tupperware. So the first one being a customer order, and that is for a random customer, or if you are working a warranty or replacement order, you're going to want to use the customer order platform. You have the consultant order, and that is obviously for you to place your own personal retail orders if you are a VIP shopper, or if you want to combine your shipping by placing your samples and maybe a retail item that you wanted to purchase that was on special. And then the third option is the samples and sales aids order. And that is specifically for what it says, samples, which are those items that Tupperware allows us to purchase at a 35% discount from the sale price. And these are items that are going to be coming out in the future, right? And then sales aids, which are business aids. And I basically look at them as anything that you're going to be giving away to your customer for free. So catalogs, sales brochures, hanging plastic containers, poly bags, smidgets, keychains, anything that you're going to be gifting to your customer, that's what a business aid is, or a sales aid. Okay? So those are the three different types of orders. You have your customer order, your consultant order, and your samples and sales aid order. We're going to look at all three of them, how to process those orders, and what happens when you're processing those orders and tips and tricks that you need to look out for. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to head on over to my back office. So bear with me here. All righty. So I've got a couple of orders already in the process that we're going to be using, and then I'm going to back out and I'm actually going to do a couple sample orders for you so that you can kind of see how the process works, okay? So the first one that we're going to do is a customer order, and the way that you can find the customer orders is you go to your menu, which is on the left-hand side. It's that three dashes on in your back office on the left-hand side. Scroll down to sales, and then the top three options are your consultant order, your customer order, your sales aid order. Now, if you've already entered this order and you're just waiting on payment, or you're still processing, or you're still shopping, you can also click your view orders, and that will bring up your entire list of all of your orders and whatever status they're in, okay? So right now we are in my view orders because I have a customer order that is already in the works. So I'm just going to reopen it by clicking the edit page icon on the right-hand side. And that's going to reopen my order that I'm already working on. And I'm going to show you a couple tips that you need to do just to make your life easier. Unfortunately, my computer is running a little slow, so I'm going to kind of close out as many tabs as possible as I possibly can, so that, oh, I didn't want to close out that tab. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, I want to close out this tab. I'll close out that one as well. So maybe this will help my computer run a little faster. Okay, So let's go back to our ordering. There we go. Okay, so in a customer order, it automatically defaults to your information. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to give this a name. And I normally put in the name of the customer, which is just Christy. All right. And I've already changed her information, but on yours, it's going to automatically default to your information for shipping. So if you're doing a customer order, you definitely want to make sure that you have changed the shipping to information, and that's this information here. And to do that, you're going to click the little pencil icon, you're going to bring it up, it's going to have your information. You want to make sure that the customer's information is in there, otherwise it's going to ship to you. Okay, and then you're going to have to pay to ship it to them. I've done that in the past. So these are all tips and tricks that I've actually done, and I'm passing them on to you so that you know what not to do in the future and what to do in the future. All right, and I've added her information. I've added her items. To add an item, you can simply either type in the name, you can type in the item number, if you have it, or you can click your browse products, and that's going to bring up your different categories, and you can search all of your different categories, find the item that you're looking for your customer. When you click it, it will automatically add it to your cart. Okay. When we're ready to check out, we simply click check out, and Tupperware automatically tallies it all up for you. Now here is the tip that I want to show you. Once it tallies it up, and you want to place your payment, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. This tally over here has got both the customer order total and your consultant cost total, okay, which are different. So the customer retail total right here in the middle where it says order total is the amount that the customer needs to pay so that you retain your commission. So this is their total amount. So if they were going on to your website and ordering direct on your website, this is how much that they would pay. Is that $49.58 in this case? All right. At the bottom, the balance due is what is due to Tupperware minus your commission. Okay. So the way this system is set up is that you would be processing an order that maybe you have already been paid direct with by cash or check, and then you are then processing the order and you are paying what is due to Tupperware minus your commission, and you're just going to pocket your commission, right? So if you were to add payment at this point, click the add payment and put in the customer's credit card, they're going to get charged just the balance due to Tupperware, just the consultant cost. They're not going to be charged the entire retail amount. So you will be losing out on your commission. Does that make sense? So instead of being charged $49.58, they will be charged $40.33, and you will miss out on your commission. So if you have a customer who has placed an order with you and has given you their credit card number, there are two ways to do this. One, you can go through your front website, choose a party to add it to, and process it that way with their credit card, like you're just checking out as a regular guest. That way you would get your commission in the following payment cycle, and you can then also add it to a current party or a mystery host party to build the sales for that party. That's one way. The other way is by going through the back office and processing it, but instead of adding that card at the add payment, what you'll want to do is either email it to yourself, email the payment link to yourself, or you can copy and paste the payment link. Like if you were going to be texting it or so on, you can copy and paste. So I'm going to click the copied, and it's going to take me, I'm going to go to a new, I'm going to paste that into my URL bar. All right, and that's going to take me to the payment screen. As you can see in the payment screen, it is charging the full amount, the $49.58, which is due by the customer. And then you can continue the payment, put in all of the customer's information, the customer's payment information, their card information, hit next, and then submit. And then what will happen is you can then come back. Well, what will happen is you will receive an email from Tupperware that you've received the payment. So if you see right here, I received a payment today from another customer. Says thank you for your payment. Well, as soon as your independent rep submits the party, you'll receive an order confirmation. Okay, so that's letting you know that that payment has been processed on that order. If you're waiting for a customer to place it, you will want to email to them or send them the link. When you are processing the email, it would click the email link and it would drop down. Oh, look, okay, well, what email do you want me to send it to? You put in their email information and hit submit, and then it will email them the payment link. Once they have completed the payment link information and hit submit, you will then receive an email from Tupperware saying that you received the payment for this order. You then go into your view orders, hit checkout again, and at that time it'll show that down here the balance is 0, because you received a payment on the order. Then you would just hit submit and your order is processed and done. So I hope that will save some heartbreak. I know a couple of you missed out on a commission on a couple of payments because you added the customer's card here instead of sending them the link or following the link yourself and entering the card information. Now, if you were, say, offering your 25% discount to your customer, at that point, then you would put in the add payment. You would put in their card because they're going to be just charged that 25%, or that they're going to be charged the consultant cost minus the 25%. But if you want your commission, you need to make sure not to enter the customer's card in the add payment screen. You'll want to either copy it and follow it to another URL screen, or email it to yourself, or you can email it or copy it and send it to the customer for them to fill out their information. Okay. All right, going back, we're going to look at what a consultant order does. Now, a consultant order will open up other categories for you that is not available under the customer, such as samples, Salesforce only options, and so on. Let's see if it'll load for us. But this is also where you will redeem any awards that you've earned. Now you see I've got a bunch of them that I need to redeem. But when you earn a reward, such as your first order reward, if you have earned a recruiting reward or a sales reward for the previous month from Tupperware, this is where they will load. They will load into a consultant order, and then you can just choose which ones you want to add to your order. Here, a side note is that anything that you have earned that is free, you do have to add some sort of retail value order to that order to redeem a free item. So like you'd have to, anything, a sample, anything. but you do have to be submitting at least $1 so that the shipping cost triggers for this. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, when you're ordering on a consultant order, it automatically processes your order at the consultant price. So instead of being $15, this modular mate is coming up as $11.25 because you get 25% off of that price, right? So in your consultant order, it automatically calculates your entire order minus your 25% discount or 35% in cases of sampling, okay? And then you can add, a reward. So say this reward is free, and so I could add this reward to that order, or any other reward that I've earned. And I can also add samples and sales aids to this order to maximize shipping. And so that is the consultant order. Now, here's the thing. You as a consultant can order items at your discount if you were, say, gifting something to your mom or your best friend and you just want it shipped directly to them. You can do that. You can change the shipping on a consultant order to wherever you want it shipped to. You pay your consultant price minus 25%, and basically you're shopping from your own store. Okay, you still get your sales credit for it at the retail value. You pay the consultant cost minus the 25%, and then you can ship it to wherever it is that you want it to go to, if that makes sense. So if you are a leader like I am, and you have individuals below you, and say you wanted to gift people, the new catalog or a set of new sales brochures, you can order them direct from your consultant order form and change the shipping to them, and it will just ship directly to them. Okay, so but putting in a consultant order is exactly the same as a customer order. You would then hit checkout, but instead of having those two options at the bottom that will take you to the payment link, here you would just add your payment because you understand that it's already processed at the consultant price, and so the order total and the balance is the same. You'll also get information on what your qualifying volume or your sales volume is at the bottom. So for instance, if you're a new consultant and you need to hit that $40 mark to earn your first reward, your first order reward, or your first party reward at $500, at the bottom, you can see what the qualifying volume is for the items that you purchased, whether they're samples or whether they are regular retail value. You're going to be paying the discounted price, but you're going to be getting credit for the full retail value, if that makes sense. Okay, so nod your head. That makes sense. Leave thumbs up. Perfect. Then you would just add your payments. You can also save payments. So I have some payments that are saved, but if I were to add a new card, I'm sorry, alarm's going off here. If I was to add a new card, I can click payment, add payment, enter the information in the payment screen. And then when I came back, there would be a little button right underneath that payment screen that says save payment. If you click that box, it will then save that card information for future payments. So you don't always have to keep entering that information. And so then when your add payment screen comes up, you can just choose whatever card you want to use. Bingo, bango, you're ready to go. Okay, so that is consultant order. The last order that we have available to us is the samples and sales aids. Now, on samples and sales aids, you can only put samples and sales aids on this one. But these orders ship faster. They ship within 48 hours. So if you need your sales aids or your catalogs or your samples ASAP, I recommend splitting them away from your retail orders and placing a sales aid or samples order, because again, they ship direct and immediate within 48 hours, whereas the others may get delayed. If you have retail items on that consultant order, you may get delayed based on product availability. Okay. So in here, again, same thing. You would go browse. It automatically brings up your sales aids and samples. So you can see that we've got all of these different items that we can choose from. It will bring up the samples from the catalog that are still available, and also the current brochure. It will also at the bottom bring up any sales aids that are available, like keychains, smidgets, bags and catalogs and so forth. Okay. Now with samples, you can only purchase one of the samples. So if you've already purchased one of these samples, it'll still show up in the category, but when you go to click it, it will say that it's not available, that you've reached the limit for that. Okay. So let's just go ahead and sample one of these. I'm gonna put it in there. And so you can see our sample price is $53.30. The qualifying volume is $82. That's what the retail value or the retail sale price is going to be in the upcoming catalog. So you get credit for $82 in your sales tally, but you're paying $53.33 because you're paying 35% discount. If that makes sense. So if you're working toward a certain goal that has a sales quota for the month, sampling is a great option because you're able to purchase products that are coming out in advance, so you will have them for display. You also get them at an amazing discount. So if you chose to open your Tupperware account for the discount, this is definitely the way to go. Excuse me. And then because you get the sales credit at the retail sales price, but you get that amazing discount. And again, even with samples, if you were to say, hey, I don't want to use this item, or I don't want to sample it for my own use, but I have a friend who would absolutely love this, you can then change the address and send it to them. All right. And you can add your sales items, your sales brochures, all that good stuff. You cannot add anything else. So you can't redeem your rewards. You can't add other items that you want to purchase. This is strictly for samples and sales aids because it has that expedited shipping that goes out 48 hours. All right. So I'm hoping that gives you an idea of all of the different ways that you can place your order, tips and tricks on things that you need to do. Number one, make sure that you add your customer's name or you give your order a name. It's easier for you to find. And also when Tupperware sends that email, it can then personalize that email to your customer. Number two, make sure that you change the shipping on a customer order. That way it ships to the customer directly, not to you. Unless you're adding other things to that order or you're doing one big giant bulk order, then you would have it all changed to wherever it's going to be shipped to. But if it's just going to a customer, make sure that you change that shipping address. And then number three, on the customer order, do not enter the customer's credit card in the add payment button. You want to, if you have the credit card information, you either want to copy the link and enter it into a new tab. So you take it up, put it in the URL bar, takes you to a new tab, enter it that way, or you want to email it to yourself. Otherwise, you want to email that payment link to the customer so that they are paying the full customer amount and you don't lose out on your commission. All right. Consultant orders can be all three, orders all together so that you maximize shipping. However, they ship based on the availability of the product. So there might be some delay based on product availability. And sample and sales aid orders can only be samples and sales aids because they ship within 48 hours because their shipping is expedited. So I hope this helps you with all the 3 different ways of placing your order. Again, if you have any questions, you are always welcome to message me or contact me direct, or you can pop them right down here in the comments and we will all learn together. So I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to say bye for now. Be the star that I know you are, and I'm looking forward to being part of your success story in the future. Be a star. Bye for now.